Hey guys, how's it going? Toby here and welcome to a bit of an unboxing video. I've just got my hands on a Black Magic Intensity Shuttle. Got it from Scan Computers. Really decent by the looks of it. I'm looking forward to capturing some Xbox gameplay, but you can use it for things like PlayStation 3. You can use it for video camcorders and things like that. So it should be very decent. I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing, show you guys what's inside the box, and then give you guys a bit of an overview. I've got a couple of HDMI cables so I can demonstrate how it would actually work, which is great. So let me show you what's inside the box. I'll try and make sure I can focus my camera as well as possible so you guys can see inside here. Now inside, it looks like I've got a Black Magic right here, which I can see if I can drag out without tearing anything. I'm being very careful. So squeeze this out there. So that's that. Let me get all the other stuff out for you guys so you can have a look. Trying to make sure I get everything on camera because I haven't got that much of a view. Now there isn't actually much in the box. We've got the USB 3 cable that I just pulled out there. And I've got a few instructions. Let me just pull literally everything out. There we go. Right, so what have we got in here? These seem to be the driver discs, I believe, and the software. Seems to be like that. Yeah, the software and the manual, as you can see there, which is pretty decent. And then we've got some quick start guides, I guess, or thank you for choosing Black Magic design for your work. I'm guessing that means for video making and things like that. And this is a little warning now. If you're looking to purchase this device, you have to be very careful. Now, I haven't actually tested this out myself. Hopefully it's going to work absolutely fine, but basically what you need is the correct USB 3 drivers. It's all well and good having a USB 3 on your computer, but if you don't have these NEC or Renesas chipsets, it will not work at all. That's what the Black Magic Shuttle requires. So if you don't have these, do a bit of research on your motherboard and make sure you've got the right chipset. Now, I've had a bit of a word with Black Magic, and they seem to believe that my P67 motherboard will actually be fine, but I will let you guys know with another video saying that everything is working fine. I'll do a little bit of a tutorial on how to set this thing up once I've figured it out myself. So what have we got here? We've got the USB 3 cable, which seems pretty long. I'd say maybe 2 meters, 2.5 meters, which is a nice size indeed. Let me just unravel it for you guys so you can see the length of this thing. It's quite nice, so you can have this fairly far away from yourself. Now you won't be able to see it, but I will try and tie it up so you can get an idea of the length. It's about 2.5 meters, I'd say. It's quite decent indeed. Now let me show you the thing itself, the Black Magic Intensity Shuttle. This thing looks fantastic. The design of it is absolutely superb. This would be an alternative to the Hauppauge HD PVR or the recently released Elgato Game Capture HD. That's what I've picked up instead of. Now, as you can see here, I'm trying to make sure I get it in properly and all in focus nicely. You've got some inputs, and then on the other side, you've got exactly the same outputs, which is quite nice indeed. Now, the way this has worked, let me just grab a HDMI cable. Let's pop this in here. The way it would work is, so from your Xbox, it would go from your Xbox into here, and the outputs would get another HDMI cable. So that Xbox to the HDMI in. So this side, so I've got to connect. Let me try and explain this in a decent way. So I believe, I haven't actually set it up myself, but I believe the way you do it is from HDMI in to your Xbox. So this cable would go to your Xbox. Let me make sure that's in focus. And then you get another HDMI cable, plug it into the other side, like so. And this would go into your television. So it would go into the back of your television, making sure I can get this into the actual camera shot. I've got quite a short lens on, so it's quite difficult. But then this would go into your television, so 2 ends there, and that should then enable it to work. What we would then do finally is obviously, and make sure that's in focus for you guys, apologies, trying to do this all manual because my lens actually has a really horrible autofocus noise, and I'm sure you guys don't want to hear it. Basically what you then do is plug the USB 3 cable into the top here. This USB cable would then go into your PC, and that's pretty much all that you'd need to get it set up. So, 3 cables, absolutely fantastic. Obviously, if you wanted to, you have the components here. You've got your green, blue, and red, and then you've got your composite cables there as well. So you need, for the component, the HD side. I just realised that's completely out of shot. Let me explain that again. Apologies for that one, that was absolutely dreadful. Let me just refocus so you get a good view. Right, this left-hand side is the component. You've got the green, blue, and red, and then this middle one is the S-Video. That's pretty old, to be honest. It's an analog connection. It's unlikely you may be using this. If you are, it's great, but it's quite unlikely. I would suggest using the composite
because compared to S-Video, I believe it's a little bit better. Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure that's correct. I could be wrong. Apologies if I am, sorry. But on the right here, you've got the composite cables as well. So you can record things like the Wii if you wanted to. On the other side, you've got exactly the same setup, component, S-Video, and composite cables, and I've got the HDMI. HDMI is obviously the easiest one to work with. It's just going to give you a 3 cable setup, which is absolutely fantastic. But as you can see, the general design of it is actually pretty nice indeed. A white finish, fairly simple. It's got a nice rubber non-slip back to it, which is really good so it doesn't slide around on the desk. But that's pretty much it. What I will do is give you guys a bit of a review if you want it, so you guys know how this thing performs, because I know a lot of people want to capture Xbox or PS3 gameplay and then put it onto YouTube, like I will be doing myself, which is really nice to get away from PC gaming a little bit, just so I can record a bit of Xbox gameplay as well, which is very nice indeed. But yes, I will put a review, and maybe I'll do a tutorial on the render settings and things like that, because render settings do apply to things like HD PVRs and the Elgato as well. It doesn't really matter which one you've got. I will make it a little bit more specific for the Black Magic Design Intensity Shuttle though. So I'm pretty sure that wraps up this overview and unboxing of the Black Magic. Apologies for a little bit of mess, but as you can see, this is a very nice capture card indeed. Compared to the Hauppauge, it is very small indeed. Now I was going to go for the Elgato, which obviously is a bit smaller, probably about that size. But this one, in terms of customization, seems to have a little bit more. If I wanted to use component, I could do, which is fantastic. And it seems to be very nice indeed. If I also want to capture other game consoles even, it seems to do that very well indeed. Now this does do 720p up to 60 frames. It does 1080i up to 60 frames. It can potentially do 1080p at 60 frames. But apparently the computer speed with the USB 3 can't handle it at the moment. And once that is fixed, once computers can handle the speed, Black Magic themselves have released a statement saying that this can do 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is great because at the moment it can't actually record Xbox 360 gameplay or PS3 at 1080p. You'd have to use 720p or 1080i. So I'm pretty sure that's going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care. Have an amazing day. I hope this did help indeed. And I shall speak to you very soon. Goodbye.